Paris. I'm glad to see you again. I know we talked last week and we talked a lot about how you were really wanting to focus on your schoolwork and your athletics, and some of your friends were kind of doing things that you thought would prevent you from reaching your goals of going to college.
Yeah, that's exactly what I remember from last time that we spoke. So yeah.
Okay, so how have things been going? Are you still hanging out with these friends still, or kind of not so much?
So what I'm doing right now is that I'm hanging out with them, but not as often. So I have just kind of been on campus looking for certain people. I've also been playing just basketball. I've been going to the park to like try to find some new friends. So, but I have been hanging out with them less, not
Okay.
as often.
So not as much. So you mentioned you were going to the park to look for some new friends playing basketball because you wanted to find some people with common interests.
Yes, because I felt like I'm just kind of over hanging out with them, but this transition is hard. So I figured if I would go to the park, maybe there'd be somebody that at least I'll have some common interest, and then I don't know how their personality is, but at least I can stop for real hanging around with my old friends.
Well, I like that. I think that's a really good idea. Trying to branch out and see new alternatives. So it sounds like you're really trying to work on no longer hanging out with them on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, because if I continue to keep hanging out with them, it's just got even worse for them. Like one of them, they were caught driving pretty much with a DUI and they don't even have a license. And then my other friend, she found out that she's pregnant. So I'm just like, that would just kind of be me in the future. And I just kind of like, I can't do this anymore. So I just decided to not hang out with them, like not at all.
So that their actions have further shown that this is not the kind of people you want to hang out with.
Yeah, absolutely not. I just can't. And I'm just like, I could have been pregnant because one of my friends was like, trying to get me on birth control and all that stuff. And I'm not even thinking about that right now. I'm really focused, so I need to find. And they kind of like, just because they smoke and drink so much, like they can't even play basketball that great like they used to. So.
Right, so they're kind of focused on partying, but you're focused on your future.
Yeah, I now know from our meetings, I really feel like this is what I want to do. And sometimes, I can't, I got to change the people that surround me. I believe that now.
Right, so you think their actions are kind of influencing your actions and beliefs, and you want to change your set of beliefs to something more adherent to pursuing your dreams of basketball and college.
Right. I just feel like if I will continue to do that, then I'm going to become better. I don't want anything in my way. And I felt like, after we were meeting, I was really thinking about like my future. And I'm just like, this, it's either my friends or my future. And I don't know how far I can go with them, but I know my future can be bright. So I just feel like it's just time.
Right, so it sounds to me like you're really committed to changing who you're friends with. I wanted to ask you a question. We talked a little bit about your confidence last week. Do you feel a little more confident this week than you did before about finding new friends and moving on?
Yeah, like after I found out like my friends were like doing crazy stuff, I'm just like, I have to really, we're just not even the same no more. After I've been coming to the meetings, we've been meeting and things like that, I just really have some time to think about some really serious things. And I feel like at this point now, if I don't make those decisions about my friends, I'm going to be in some deep trouble.
Right. So it also sounds like you'd like to have some friends with common interests and common goals as yourself. Some people who understand why you're so focused on getting to college and working hard.
Yeah, because if I have some common interest, then I can at least, it won't be as hard because it's getting harder to kind of break away from what I already know. But I think that this would be the best bet for me. So, I've just been like going to the park, just talking, just being a bit more social. That's scary, but I know I want friends. I just know I don't want them to be my friends.
Right, so you'd like some friends who could maybe support you through, you're going to be working really hard to get your basketball game better, but also working on your grades. So you're going to need friends that are there for you to like help push you and support you to reach those goals.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they can't even right now. My friend is like, she wants me to be like the godparent to her child. I'm too young for that, and I just feel like they have never really been able to for real support me because they've been doing their own stuff. So I do need that support because I'm like the only one that went to college, thinking about going to college with my family.
Okay. So, what are some things that you would like to look for in your new group of friends or new friends? What are some values you'd like to see in those people?
I would like to see. I want them to be career driven. I think that that's something that's important to me now. And really, I don't want them to smoke or drink. I don't want them to do any of that stuff. And I want them to just be themselves, but like really be like lawful, like not breaking the law. That's like what I want. I just want to have fun, but I want to have fun with boundaries, you know.
Right. So you still want to have a fun life. You just don't want to have to risk going to jail for any kind of fun you're trying to have.
Right. I just feel like that's their past. I'm surprised one of them is, on trial now for that DUI. Like that's not okay.
Right. So you mentioned you were going to the park. You're trying to be a little more social in classes and everything. Are there any other ideas that could maybe help you to make new friends, or to maybe have another outlet instead of hanging out with your old friends?
I was thinking and I really like to draw and stuff like that, and I really haven't had time to do that because I was consumed of trying to figure out, if I should hang out with them, being a big sister, all of that. But this time now is giving me a chance to kind of just do what I want to do. Like I do like to draw, and I like to read a lot. So like I read just a couple of books that I never really would have read if I didn't have the time. So I think that just some me time, I kind of like being by myself sometimes.
Okay, so like you're always working hard, so it's important to you that you have a time or a hobby or something that can help you just unwind and relax and just have some time to yourself.
Yeah, because I'm just like, sometimes I feel like a parent. I just need to go to bed, or I just need to think, I just need to read, I just need some me time without the drama, because people sometimes bring drama.
Right, so you're kind of thinking that finding these new hobbies is going to help you to feel less of a need to hang out with your old friends.
Yeah, because sometimes I was feeling like an itch, like, oh my gosh, I need to hang out with them because I feel like a loser. But the more that I don't hang out with them, I feel like I'm a little bit more free. I get to think a little bit more. And then too, I feel like when I was thinking about other friends, they would kind of get jealous a little bit. So I don't have to deal with the jealousy. If I start breaking off from them now, then it won't be as so bad. It won't be as bad. So
Right, so you're just kind of thinking just kind of taking the time for yourself is just in itself helping you just take a break from them, essentially, a more gradual kind of break from them.
yeah, I have to because I just can't even think straight when they're around. It's like drink, drugs, hanging out, drink, drugs, hanging out, and no school and no future. And I'm just like, yeah, I need to be around people, and I want to be around people that's like wanting to do what I want to do. So if I can do that, then I'll be a lot more happy person. If they want to go to school, we'll go to school together. We'll do things together. But we have the same like mindset. They may want to go to the army. I just want them to do what they want to do instead of like drinking and drugs and stuff.
So you want to find people who are just as motivated as you are to reach their goals. It doesn't matter what those goals are, but as long as they're willing and understanding of putting the effort into obtaining those goals, those are the kind of people you'd like to surround yourself with.
Yeah, I just feel like, if I surround myself with other people, I'm just going to kind of fall down with them. And I don't want to get caught up, trying to please everybody.
So you think, if you have a good support system of friends, it's going to only help build yourself up?
Yeah, because I'm coming from like a family that don't really know anything, and I'm gonna need support. I just, I don't know what to expect from school. I'm a little afraid. I'm a little scared, but I'm ready to make that big step. And I feel like I want to have a support group when I at least go there, have some type of friend.
Right. So Paris, it sounds like you're really like ready to, take that step to work on like making these new friends. And it sounds like you've started already on yourself, trying to go out there, putting yourself out there to meet them. Is there anything else that you can think of that maybe that I could help recommend to you? Any clubs of interest I could help to show you about so that, maybe you had another way to meet some new people?
Well, I'm thinking I do like to I like going to church. Maybe I can probably go to like a basketball camp or something, because I know most people that go to basketball camp, they want to be scouted, and sometimes
Right.
they get scouted at basketball camp. So I mean,
That would be fun. Also, if you wanted to maybe find a summer job, you could maybe work like a kids summer camp, and maybe meet some of those other counselors who are also obviously involved in basketball if they're gonna do that. And then you could also earn a little extra money for yourself.
sounds great. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Paris, we are out of time, but I will get those pamphlets for you on basketball camps specifically, for the next time. So.
Great. Thanks.